advance as we have spawning up to the northern position are Red Protoss representing SK Telecom T1. He is Rain. Ooh, I'm getting all wiggly and jiggly. And down to the south, we have our EG representative. It's Jaedong. So let's face it, the last 3 players that remain in this tournament are champion quality. Actually champion quality. Jaedong won his first championship at Asus ROG NorthCon, but then before that was contending for championship upon championship. He should have an entire stack of trophies at home that he could smelt down and sell for a lot of gold, but he doesn't right now. He only has the one. Then we have Rain, a WCS champion. Wait, did he speak? He lost to Maru and then just... Anyway, he's a champion, basically. Guys, he's a champion, all right? He is a champion. And then finally, the winner of this moves on to play against SOS, 2013's world champion. Awesome! Okay, so, regardless of who goes to Cologne, we're going to have a champion. Yay! Okay, so Rain's opening up with Gateway Expand. Meanwhile, we have Jaedong looking to go for Hatchery first here on Polar Night. Now, what's abundantly apparent is that we've seen quite a few Protosses in the past 2 days or 3 days or so, if we look across a lot of the tournaments, that are still trying to go for some big 2-base plays on a map like this. So, whether or not Jaedong wants to identify that, sees that, that remains to be seen. But he's going to go for triple hatchery before spawning pool. Because that's just how Jaedong rolls, guys. That's just how Jaedong rolls. Okay, so he's going to get that hatchery down. And poor little Rain, he doesn't really see too much about this. But Jaedong, he knows plenty. He knows that there isn't a Nexus there. He knows there isn't a wall off there. He's going to poke straight on in and see that gateway and now take a gas. There's no way he can't... oh, okay, so he's done it. There's no way he can't really deal with a gateway expand unless you've got gas, unless you've got speed on the way to eventually deal with what your opponent's going to throw at you. Because Rain is heading straight across the map with that initial Zealot. Oh, well, actually, he's chilling out for now. Okay, but still, he has the option to get aggressive if he would like to. Speed is not going to be done for quite a long time, despite it already. The motion's been set already to go towards that for Jaedong. And the Mothership Core, as well as Stalker, if that wants to come out anytime soon to play, once he has the right gas build up here, makes this poke count a very dangerous one, a scary one. One that Rain has executed hundreds upon hundreds of times, and can make it work. Of course, Jaedong moving his overlords to the right locations to eventually scout in later on, and he does know about the Nexus positioning for now. Positioning, lol. He does know about the Nexus being built for now. So, behind this, Triple Queen production, he's going to have a huge influx of income very soon if he's able to find the right drones and send them to the appropriate bases. But aside from that, Rain just goes for his Stargate. He's gonna try and play this out a little bit more normally. Of course, there is the option here for him to go for some 3 gateways worth of aggression, and actually this probe is being a bit sneaky. He did look as if he was going home through the middle of the map, but he's looking to place a pylon down over in this location or up here to maybe then eventually try and put on some hurt against an opponent that was arguably pretty greedy. So it's going to be the Phoenix actually as well. Now, one cool thing here is that what we could see is that he probably will reveal a Phoenix very quickly to kill off an Overlord and then use that also to, if we see that a pylon actually go down on this left-hand side, once it's revealed, generally they force out Spore Crawlers. Although Jaedong in the past hasn't actually built Spore Crawlers that quickly against this. So he can quite easily warp in a few Zealots over on this left-hand side as well to then start focusing down Spore Crawlers in those mineral lines and then leaving those bases completely open and vulnerable to some kind of attack by the Phoenix, leaving those drones vulnerable. And there is that pylon now going down on the left-hand side. So Rain from this point is looking to just really pressure this. Again, there's that Spore Crawler. If the Zealots can get on top of that and kill that off, that would be good. But now they're also going to have to contend with the very, very likely threat of Roaches coming out soon. The Roach one's just about to finish up. Jaedong's timed this out quite nicely. He's going to have to use the Queens as well as Zerglings to buy him a little bit of time. If he actually has any Zerglings, he only has 4. They did find the pylon up to the top left, but Rain is already looking to push on with this. And he actually catches the Queen here on the retreat out. Nice taunt indeed. And look at that, the Spore Crawler going to go down super, super fast. He doesn't care too much about the drones, as long as this mineral line is left very, very open and very vulnerable. Also picking up the Queen just before it gets a bit more damage off on that Mothership core. And the Zerglings are trying to kill off that reinforcing pylon, which is oh so important. Queen also comes along and will get that. Oh, 1 health. Oh, but he dropped it. Why did he drop it? He dropped the Queen. So he didn't actually have to lose that Mothership core there, did Rain. But he drops the Queen in the end. And, well, that's not the best of positions here for Rain. He's going to continue to try and pile on the pressure, though, still. Only 1 drone has gone down so far. Another Spore Crawler is in production. But with the amount of lifts that we've seen from those Phoenix, they can't really do anything to this drone line just yet. That pylon to the top left still lingers, still survives. And the Zealots warping in, helping out considerably now. He's got himself another 3 kills. 4 kills. 5 kills. Wait, no, 4 kills, because he already had 1. And he's going to get the Spore Crawler. So, well, there is another Spore. So, I really like the addition of the second Spore Crawler. 2 makes it all the harder for Rain's army to really synergize around that location. Good micro with the Phoenix, though. Will be able to get another Queen. For the price of a Phoenix in the end, because Jaedong was continually repositioning the Queen's focus fire. So that was also well done by him. But for now, during all of this, Rain behind it has transitioned onto the Robo. He's getting Immortals out. He's got that Robo Bay going down as well. And we see another drone having died off, but that Zealot will be cleaned up. And then with that, we now have the transition onto Hydralisk. So it's going to be Roach Hydra as the big committal here for Jaedong, whilst we have Rain establishing his 3rd base. Now, this is the point of contention earlier on for Zerg. It is always their 3rd base. But as we flow into the mid-game, the big point of battle will be Protoss 3rd base, especially on this map, more so than any. So we'll see now if Colossi numbers can come out to hold strong. If we see a big swell of Roach Hydra. I mean, with all of that going on, we're at the 11-minute mark now, and there was a lot of battle over here. In total, he got 9 workers, but he's still at 71 workers. So Jaedong's economy held on strong during all of that initial pressure. Now the Phoenix are having a little bit of a hard time scrambling to find something to kill. Well, catches a drone. Might get himself an Overseer. Noticeably, he decides not to focus down the Overseer because it would have hatched and then healed up anyway. The Zerglings do get confirmation that there is a 3rd base on the way here, and a 4th base for Jaedong does now rise over to the left. The Colossi being out means that these Roach Hydra numbers are going to have a little bit of a more difficult time and a bit of a difficult task as to putting on some pressure at this 3rd base. So now Jaedong, with these supply counts being as they are, with Rain transitioning to this 3rd base very, very cleanly, Jaedong's going to have to find an ulterior route, I believe, in this game. Of course, the ulterior route for Jaedong in this matchup oftentimes comes in the form of Mutalisk switches later on, once he's got, you know, his 7th and 8th, 9th, 10th gas geysers really cranking away. But Rain is adding on Void Rays to his composition, interestingly enough. So Void Ray Colossi with maybe a lot of Stalkers or even Charge Lots underneath. Charge Lots not so much. I would like to see some... not Phoenix die though. I would like to see the Blink there being researched, and indeed it is, just to add on a lot of Stalkers to that comp. Classic made it look absolutely deadly in the previous games during the day, and against Jaedong as well. It worked wonders. But now +1 weapons for air has started. The Corruptors are coming out to complement the Roach Hydra mix, and we even have another Queen in production, which may just be up here. Yeah, okay, it is. So, just trying to get this going as quickly as possible. Now, I mean, it's a very, very hard thing to read into, but right now, Rain doesn't actually know anything about this base up to the top left-hand corner, which, if you place a pylon on this high ground and just warp down to the low ground, it's very easy to start harassing. So we're going to probably see Jaedong try and construct quite a bit of static defense over at that base to the left-hand side, eventually during this game. But for now, these... Jeez, my camera works terrible today. I guess in just this series. Yeah, that's not going to go well for Jaedong. Poor little Hydra. It's going to be difficult to really press into. So he's getting +2 weapons, but as is Blink and +2 finishing up here for Rain, and this is really the big timing now where he could actually do some damage himself if he was able to reinforce at a good location. The Corruptors are going to have their work cut out for them, but that's actually not that many Stalkers here for Rain, so this could do something. In the air at least, up until the point where those force wheels are brilliant and Rain just says no. Okay. So Rain doing a very, very good job here in game number 1. Not a single Colossus has fallen. Yes, some Void Rays have, but for the greater good, the Void Rays lose and die